All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Open Garage. Of course, as always, I'm Al.
I'm Patty. What's up, everybody?
And we're going to be talking about the topic that's on all of America's mind right now, the National Basketball Association playoffs.
Interesting time of the year. I love it. It always follows March Madness up, and it lasts for like 2 months, so it's always fun to watch, too. What do you want to talk about?
Also got, of course, NHL going on, too. We've been flipping back and forth with the exciting games each night.
I don't know hockey at all, though. I like hockey. I just don't know it, so I'm not going to lie to you and act like I do.
We may be hearing from our hockey correspondent, Pierre Patrick, later in the season.
I hear he's pretty good with his stuff.
He's our hockey expert.
He was raised on the ice, so you'll hear about him, and you'll hear from him.
But tonight's topic, of course, is the playoffs, and really the big question mark that we've had all season is who's going to fill the void left by LeBron in the East and come out of the East to face the Warriors in the inevitable Warriors in the finals.
Well, I feel like I always go first. I want to hear what you got to say on this one, and then I'll react to that and say what I think.
Okay, I just like to build up the momentum. And
no, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, but let's hear from you.
Well, for me, it kind of boils down to I see the top 4 teams in the East advancing.
Okay.
And I think people have kind of been looking forward to those matchups for quite some time. And if you
literally the whole season.
And if you look back to last season, the Celtics defeated the Bucks in the first round. It wins 7 games, but I think this is a different Bucks team.
Yeah.
A lot deeper and a lot more just polished as a team. And I think they'll be able to beat the Celtics this time, even though the Celtics have been looking at hitting their stride at the right time, and they could easily win the series. But I think I would take the Bucks to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. And on the other side, we've got the Raptors and the 76ers, which I'm so excited to see that series. I think it probably will also be a 7-game type series.
Really?
Close matchup between those two teams. And I think Philly is a little bit more of a complete team. And would really like to see the matchup in the Eastern Conference Finals of 76ers against the Bucks. The 2 best players, I think, in the East, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Joel Embiid facing off head-to-head against each other, I think is what everyone wants to see, and I'm hoping that's what ends up being the Eastern Conference Finals.
That'd be super interesting. Embiid didn't play tonight in Game 3, so my confidence in the Sixers is lacking. I love Boban, though, but he's not Embiid, obviously. I like the Bucks taking it this year. I don't look at the Celtics. I wouldn't be shocked if they surprise us. Brad Stevens is always a good coach, and seems like he's a good prepare for this game kind of coach, maybe a bit more so than a entire regular season kind of coach. But they still have a lot of talent. It wouldn't shock me if they won games. But I'm going to go with Giannis. Giannis has been unstoppable this year. He's unbelievable. He's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Huge fan. I got to go with the Bucks. All what you're saying makes sense, and I pretty much agree with everything you said. I just think to win it all, I'm going to go with the Bucks.
I think the combination that the 76ers created with their acquisitions during the season of getting Jimmy Butler, getting Tobias Harris, guys that are going to be free agents at the end of the year, and they're just 1-year mercenaries for a title, and they're also the combination and the mixture of young talent that they already had there.
Yeah.
I think the 76ers actually have a better unit of 5 guys when they're out there on the court.
I think that's possible. In terms of individual talents, I would say yes. But Milwaukee really has their identity kind of pulled down. I don't look at when I watch the Sixers play, I don't feel like, that's a team that does this and they have their identity for this is what they are. They just look like a bunch of individually talented guys on the floor together. When I look at Milwaukee, I look at a team that's a lot less individually talented, but they have one superstar that is, he rises to the very top. He's the best player in the entire Eastern Conference and probably the league this year. And the rest of the team is and he's super unselfish, and this whole team is bought into him. And it's a much different dynamic. They have the identity of, that's Giannis' team. and they've built around it, and they think they have a real shot, at least of winning the East this year. I don't see that with Philly. I totally, on paper, if this was like, NBA 2K or NBA Live, this would be the better team. But in reality, I don't know that it is.
There's probably still no one out there that's going to be able to stop the Greek Freak. Do you think that he can win the title and bring a title back to Milwaukee, something they haven't done since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was there, before he was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Back in the day.
Yeah, it could be interesting if Philly makes it. It's been forever since they've been in the finals. Toronto's never been in the finals. Boston's been a long time. For the whole Eastern Conference, it's going to be interesting to have a new representative. But do you think any of those teams coming out of the East can beat the Warriors in the finals?
No, I think Giannis can bring a title to Milwaukee. I think he's going to. But it's not going to be this year.
Do you think any of the Western teams will stop the Warriors en route to making it there?
The buzzer. I mean, it's possible that the Warriors can get tripped up. I mean, they lost the game to the Clippers, but they came back and won by like 30 in the second time, and they were up 30 in the third quarter. I
have to say that from this morning of planning for this show to this evening after watching the game, that my thoughts have completely changed. I wrote this and actually said I think the Clippers were going to pull off the upset. I think the Clippers had the recipe with their tenacious guards and getting after the Warriors. I think the Clippers had a recipe to trip them up, and I thought that they could maybe do it a few more times and win a 7-game series, and then I came back to earth and saw how amazing the Warriors were tonight when they won by 30. It was sad to see. It was an amazing season by the Clippers. It's been so fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, they really overachieved. I was telling you this earlier. They had... Technically, the season's not over for them yet. They still have time. But,
they won 48 games.
The clock is ticking as far as this season goes, and that's okay. This has been a resounding success of a year for the Clippers. Now, they have to convince Kawhi and or somebody else or multiple people that, hey, this is something to come be a part of. We're going to build our own arena. Ballmer is an awesome owner, as my father likes to say. And I don't know. I think it's a bright future for the Clippers. I really do.
But not winning 3 more games in this series.
But not in this sense, no. In the future, the Clippers will win a title in the next 88 years. You heard it here first. 88 years.
So we both agree that the Warriors are probably going to win again this year.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it's going to be, guys.
Do you think this will be the last that we see of this team together this time?
This is going to be the last we'll see of this team. They're still going to have Steph, Draymond, and Clay, which is enough to get you to the championship. And it depends on who you're going to be playing against. The one thing we know is this. Giannis is not going to be teaming up with any of these superstars anytime soon because I don't see any of these guys going to Milwaukee. No offense to all of our thousands of viewers in Milwaukee, but I think you'd agree with us. So, what do you think?
I think we had them teaming up when we did our All-Star Draft special.
Yeah, I just don't see that happening the same way because this is the All-Star game.
Well, hopefully the NBA playoffs is a lot more exciting than the end of our video was, but thank you guys for watching.
I mean, we're just shooting the breeze. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Keep an eye out for our first Game of Thrones video coming soon.